Freddie Shoop loves to cut class, hates to do homework, lives for summer vacation.
Look, Freddie, you're a semi-charming guy and a real snappy dresser. You're just not the kind of guy I date anymore.
Yeah? What kind of guy you dating now?
Oh, the kind who wears socks.
Mark Harmon,
You need an intelligent, sensitive man who can skate.
Kirstie Alley,
Do you know such a guy?
Oh, they're hard to find.
and the Oceanfront High summer school class of 87.
They're as smart as you and me.
These movies are shit.
Welcome. It is an ungodly hour, and I am still editing. Some of my castmates just don't understand the tediousness of this. It's a time-consuming, tedious precision thing that takes forever, but that's neither here nor there. I wanted to explain to our lovely audience, thank you for watching. This was originally, this is the last hour of a podcast that ran very long, or a show that ran very long. We did 3 movies last week, if you watched. Summer Rental, and One Crazy Summer, and Summer School. However, we just had so much to say, especially about Summer Rental and about this movie, Summer School. It just ran long, and it just made more sense to cut it. So Summer School is now its own episode, which will air here in just a second. But I wanted to explain that because there are some references to the 3 movies, or the stuff harkening back to what we talked about earlier. So you can look at this as a 2-parter if you watch the other one first, but it stands just fine on its own. But there are a couple references to the earlier recording, so that is why. So hopefully that's all crystal clear for you.
Yeah, they were making tons of shit in 1987. This movie, however, is my favorite one of the 3, which is pretty surprising because I love
John. Hard on for Kirstie Alley when she was hot.
Yes, I do. Yes,
You're blushing.
That's part of the reason I am living in the past. This movie to me is fun. Like it just seemed like it was a lot more entertaining. I love all the characters in it. I love Shoop. I love Mr. Shoop, Mark Harmon. I thought he did a phenomenal job in this. I really wish he would have done like more prominent movies. I think he was a really good actor. I mean, he's been doing NCIS now for like the last 20 years, maybe.
Can we just talk about that real quick? Yeah, he's been on NCIS for like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And I remember my parents are of a certain age group that likes NCIS. I don't know why, but it seems like the demographic for that show skews older. But both my parents they constantly show reruns on some cable channel. But I remember my mom asking me, like, Mark Harmon, what else has he done? Why don't I know who that is? Or something like that. So I looked it up, and this was a few years ago. And I'm looking at what he's done, and I'm like, Summer School, like, it did not click because he looks so different without the long brown hair, because he's, got a gray crew cut. I did not put it together. I was blown away that the Jethro from NCIS is Mr. Shoop. I was absolutely blown away. And I'm like, where the hell has he been? And I had the same reaction you did. He should do more stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's plenty rich from NCIS, but I mean, more comedy roles or whatever, he seems to do it well. So
yeah, he was very good in it. I really liked him in it.
This is where Jesse and I'm going to assume this is where you learned this too, Jesse, because I learned the power of writing an angry letter to a company.
The sunglasses.
Yes.
well, I will differ on you then, though this movie came out before it, but I was part of a writing group at my middle school called Power of the Pen.
Huh.
Interesting.
And,
really?
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know, I guess debate with writing, you could say. You'd go on a Saturday, they give you this topic, you'd have to write some short story, and then they'd give awards for how creative it was or whatever. Huh. So, and going back to my 8th grade class, my father made us write letters to various companies.
To clarify for everyone, your father was your 8th grade English teacher, correct?
My father was my
And that's
8th
why you got an
grade
A.
English and reading teacher.
That must have been an awesome year.
It was something. But yeah, we had to write companies letters because he was trying to teach us the power of the pen. So I do recall it from there. However, this movie did come out before my father's class.
However, you may have inherited this from your father. Does he do such things as you? Does he write angry emails to companies in his spare time?
No, you know what? I will say that he's been known to write actually more thankful letters than angry letters.
Oh. Well,
so if somebody does something nice or good, he will write them a letter telling them about how great of an experience he has had.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I've taken the darker side of that.
Yes.
And I will say, and I recommend this to everybody, if you have a problem or even if you have something nice to say, write a handwritten letter, not an email, and send it to the company as well as the Better Business Bureau. So support your local Better Business Bureau. It does help you out in the end. So that's one thing about Mr. Shoup's class. He has Chainsaw write this letter to the sunglass company. I would have had them also write that letter again, but send it to the Better Business Bureau.
I just remember it worked in the movie.
Oh
well,
yeah.
He doctored up his title too. It was like Consumers Against Faulty Eyewear.
Yeah. President of Consumers.
President.
Yeah.
Right.
He goes, "Oh, so you want me to lie? Okay."
Unfortunately, in the internet age, that no longer works.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Unless you want to go through the trouble of making a Facebook and a website and all that. Mini-Me has arrived.
But I also think it was kind of just being creative signing off on his title.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure, it's kind of like the CEO or president of a company is going to look at that and just like get a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Consumers Against Faulty Eyewear.
But no, I mean, it's a very creative teaching moment, especially for a phys ed teacher. Now, I'm sorry, everybody else, all the other teachers had no problem skedaddling or telling him to buzz off. I have no idea why Mr. Shoup just couldn't get in the car and drive away.
Which I had a problem with too. I mean, it's like you have no obligation at the last second to have to teach the class. Like you can't fire somebody for doing that.
I was just about to ask you, Jesse, your dad taught for years. How did they determine who teaches summer school? I just assumed it was teachers that wanted an extra few bucks.
Yeah, people would take it for a few bucks, and I'm not sure how many people actually did summer school. Like, I don't even recall it ever being a thing out here, summer school. But I think, at least I know at the university level that your full-time professors, it's not required, but a lot of them will pick up classes in the summer. That's not part of their salary. It's like an extra few bones for the summer. But I'm not sure about the local school districts and what they do.
Really? So if you fail English during the year, for example, if you 10th grade English, you don't retake it during the summer?
I don't know that answer.
I mean, I know you wouldn't know that from experience, but I'm just like that's typically how it works out here.
I'm sure they would have to have some.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something. I don't know if each school district has one or if there's some central thing, because I don't know how many people are doing that, because you would assume that teachers would catch on it long before you'd actually officially fail the class to find out what the problem is, but I don't know that.
Well, you're giving teachers a lot more credit than than what your father's level of teaching is. Well, I mean, not everybody is your father.
Well, I understand that. I mean, even Carl Reiner in this movie, his second movie on today's discussion, even he was scratching off lotto tickets on the last day of class trying to hit.
The students, I'm sure one of you that took notes, the students, did anybody go on to do anything big?
Oh yeah.
Bit
parts. I wouldn't say big parts, but bit parts.
Yep.
The pregnant girl, I forget her name, the pregnant girl in this movie, she was John Candy's right-hand woman in Who's Harry Crumb, that little girl that helps investigate her sister's kidnapping.
Really? Okay.
Rhonda Altabello.
Here.
You went from C's to F's. What happened?
Any other questions?
She was also in most of the Saw movies. She was the one in the first Saw movie who escaped from her trap. She was like an ex-drug addict, and I forget the bad guy's name.
So she's done some real acting then. Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you want to call the Saw movies like.
Well, it was
real
the first. I mean, not like Saw 5, but the first one was pretty.
She was intense. In the first one for like a small part, and then she kind of carried on the torch when they thought that the main evil guy was dead. I can't remember his name.
Jigsaw, right? Or something.
Jigsaw. Thank you. And she kind of carried on like his legacy because he freed her, But yeah, her name's Shawnee Smith in real life.
That's it. Shawnee Smith.
And then the blonde surfer girl was Courtney Thorne Smith, who went on to Melrose Place and 2.5 Men.
Side Out. Another movie of mine that I enjoy.
They got files. Pam House. Says here you lack concentration. Ma'am? Never mind.
Chainsaw he was the lead actor in Ski School.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ski School.
Ski School, not Ski Patrol.
Yeah. Not Ski Patrol, but Ski School. Yeah, one of those low-budget ski resort movies.
I never put that together, but yes.
Francis Grimm.
Oh, don't recall me that. The name is Chainsaw.
As in Black and Decker?
As in Texas Massacre.
Oh, yeah, that's in here.
Dave was only in 2 other things that I'm aware that I can think of, and one of them was that he was in Stand By Me, or 2. I'm sorry, I know of both of them. He was in Stand By Me. He was one of Ace's lackeys. One of the background bad guys, I think.
Yes.
And then he was also in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He had a small non-talking role where he was the thief in the motel that stole all their money in the middle of the night. Yep, true.
That's awesome.
Those are the only 2 things that I've seen.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you're right. He had a talking role as one of the Ace's co-buddies.
Yeah. And then what's her name? The foreign exchange student. Isn't that Daisy Fuentes?
No, it's not Daisy Fuentes.
What did she go on to do anything?
I don't think so, but I know it's not Daisy Fuentes.
Okay. And then, of course, Christy Alley, we know that she went on to do a lot more bigger things, so.
That's a little joke.
Humor. It is a difficult concept. It is not logical.
And Carl Reiner.
Yeah. But this was her first. Here's a little fun fact I'll lead in with Christy Alley. This was her first big role in a movie. If you're not counting Savick, because she was a background character, she was probably like what 8th build or 9th build.
They actually credit her as introducing Christy Alley.
Right.
I think that was her first movie. Yeah.
This was one of her first lead movies. Where she was second build in this movie.
I gotcha.
What?
So the actress who played the foreign exchange student, her name is Fabiana Udenio, or Udenio. Okay. And you will all know her from her only other known theatrical performance, because she was in 90210 a little bit too.
Okay.
But she was Alota Fagina in Austin Powers.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's it.
Wow, and that was what, at least 10 years later. Interesting.
My name is number 2. This is my Italian confidential secretary. Her name is Alota Fagina.
Come again?
A lot of vagina.
I'm sorry, I'm just not getting it. It sounded like you said your name was a lot of, Never mind.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're
sorry,
right.
A lot of what?
A lot of what?
That's fantastic.
Vagina.
So I have an interesting fact about this movie.
All right.
Okay.
It was filmed at the same school.
Oh, you
Karate
got
Kid.
me. Oh, you got me. Yeah, it was Oceanside High School. Yeah, it was the same one as Karate Kid. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
I just like how he feeds his German Shepherd peanut butter and calls him Wonder Mutt.
Yep.
Yep.
To me, the best gag in the movie, though, or at least what made me probably laugh the most, and this speaks to how worthless some teachers are, including Mr. Shoop, apparently. But on finals day, this guy comes in. He's, "Excuse me, you're not in this class." He's like, "Yes, I am." And he's like, "Oh, you were here the first day." Yeah. Right. So where were you? I was in the bathroom.
And he says, "What happened?" And he says, "Zipper got stuck."
Yep.
Well, he could miss all summer and still pass.
Well, he kept saying in the beginning of the movie, he's like, "There's no way I failed this class." He said the computer said I failed, but that's bullshit.
That's right.
Like, I recommend this time I pass. And he was all like pissed off about it. And he was like really, really smart. Yeah. And then he just like disappeared. He's like, "I'm not sitting through fucking summer school."
But he did get the best score.
Yeah, he got like a 91%.
Computer said I failed that test. The computer made an error. I recommend this time I pass.
You're gonna do well, Jerome. I can feel it.
Yeah, he got the best score on the test.
Right.
That's how I passed high school, guys. I mean, well, until I moved on. But yeah, it's just I didn't do crap all semester, and I kind of zoned out, and then I just passed the test. To me that hit a little close to home, and it was really funny. But yeah, I remember laughing at that a lot. But
after these messages, we'll be right back.
It's gonna be a golden Grahams day.
Look, it's honey. Honey. And we've got a date to skate, but first.
A kiss of golden honey makes you smile and wanna say. Tastes like honey graham crackers, crispy, crunchy all the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a golden Grahams day.
Tastes like crisp honey graham crackers. It's a golden part of this nutritious breakfast. Now we're rolling.
It's gonna be a golden Grahams day.
Hi. Know what? Today Mommy went shopping for a stereo. She said she got the runaround. Everybody knows Federated has the best prices.
Nobody has better prices than Federated on name brands like Fisher, JVC, NEC, and more. In fact, if you can find it advertised for less within 30 days of purchase, we'll refund the difference plus 10% of the difference.
Mommy says Federated saves you this many monies. Thanks, Fred.
Federated's 110% low price guarantee means money in the bank for you.
You'll find it all at Federated.
Why I Like Showbiz Pizza by Jennifer Marie Adams. Showbiz is where kids of all ages can have fun with rides, games, shows, and pizza. If you're a kid, I highly recommend you go. You could even bring your little brother.
You got it right, it's time for fun. And Showbiz Pizza gives her #1. You can dance, you can play, you can do it your way. Showbiz Pizza, where a kid can be a kid.
what is there anything I apologize for not doing homework. I wasn't prepared to talk about summer school today, but filming locations aside from Karate Kid, I mean, there's got to be stuff all over LA. Was there anything interesting that either of you guys or anyone picked up, or no landmarks or anything? I'm trying to remember.
He wears a funny I forget the name of it though. I'm gonna try and see if I can find it. He wears a funny university T-shirt that I always wondered where it was.
Oh, we lost Mr. Clark.
Oh no, Joe might know what it is.
Brian's like, at last, my plan has succeeded.
But he'll come back.
For everyone watching at home, Joe is currently having contract negotiations with the union. that was the reason you were gone, Brian. You were in contract negotiations with the union.
Yeah.
Gotta resolve your contract dispute with the producers.
I'll start it over when he comes back. He may know it. Yeah, let me see if I can find the name of the college.
And the funny thing here is because Joe's so nice, but when these things happen, you know right now he's
all pissed off.
Yeah. He doesn't swear a lot or anything, but right now I know it's pouring out.
Oh, okay, I got it.
What is it?
Diablo Valley.
Diablo Valley?
Yeah, Diablo Valley College. I always
That's
wonder
not
where
a
that
real
was.
thing out here, but I
Isn't that near
would
Santa
totally
Barbara
go
or
there.
something?
And Brian, you may know this.
Oh, is that a place, Brian? Brian, is it a place?
Isn't it by Santa Barbara? I just remember it was like Diablo Canyon, and I think there's like a power plant or something there.
Oh.
I wonder if it's the same place.
Not bad, California. I didn't know that. Diablo Valley College is real.
Is it?
Oh
Joe's
my God, I'm
computer
transferring.
restarted.
Pleasant Hill, California.
Pleasant
Okay.
Hill.
Pleasant
Hill, okay.
Not Pleasantville, Pleasant Hill. You got to be kidding me.
And I have something interesting, but I'll wait for the podcast. So
Good call, Brian. I didn't know that was a real place.
I have to add him
Oh,
back?
it's well north of LA.
Yeah.
Contra Costa College.
It's by the Bay Area.
Yeah, you're right. Just east of San Francisco Bay. Wow.
Well,
That's
I
a
just
pretty
thought it was
random. That must have been a
interesting.
director or producer who went to school there or something. That's a really random thing to put in there.
Well, I always thought it was interesting. I don't know why it's in there, but I always thought he would wear a UCLA shirt or something because he
Right.
played quarterback at UCLA.
Interesting.
So yeah, I never understood why he wore this interesting college T-shirt, but it must have some sentimental value.
It sounds made up too. I wouldn't.
right.
I wouldn't have thought it was
right.
real.
I could, but yeah, when he's on the beach one day, he's wearing a Diablo Valley College T-shirt.
Which you would think also would be like Arizona or something. Or it sounds
Yeah,
very
well, that's
Arizona,
true
New
too.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Joe gets back on, then I'll tell you my other tidbit because you'll definitely want to not edit this out.
Okay.
Because I'm interested to get Brian's take on it.
Once our technical difficulties are resolved, we will return from our commercial break.
Taco Bell presents something soft for everyone who's having a hard day. It's our new soft taco, real cheddar cheese, crisp lettuce, and seasoned ground beef wrapped in a warm, soft tortilla. So if you've had a hard day at the office, remember, eat softly and carry a big stick. The soft taco, the newest great-tasting taco from Taco Bell. Try our new soft taco, now at a special introductory price, just 59 cents.
What you doing? Oh, nothing. Oh. What's this say? It says my mommy likes me to eat cakes. Oh, is it good? Yeah. No. It's excellent. Oh, you know, my mom likes me to eat cakes too.
Cakes, low in sugar, great taste. Ask your kids.
Take human bites.
Prepare yourself for Oriental Classics. A whole new way to enjoy great Oriental dinners at home. You add fresh meat or chicken. We add crunchy vegetables, luscious sauce, and fluffy rice. It's the freshest sweet and sour you'll ever sink your chopsticks into. New Oriental Classics from Betty Crocker. Fresh Oriental taste at home at last.
Oh, Jesse, did you call
your background story?
Cedar Point?
I know.
No, I didn't call. You can call though. You have a phone that works.
Oh, but you're closer. It's easier for you.
Fuck, are you worried about long distance?
I don't even see Joe. Do I have to drag Joe?
I see
How do I
Joe.
make?
I see all good. I see
Oh,
all
there's
you
Joe.
guys.
All right. So here we go.
So sorry.
The amusement park.
Well, wait. Let's edit that. Let's hard.
Oh,
cut that.
you missed
okay.
good conversation that we're going to leave in, but
All right.
we left for a
No,
commercial
I'm going to
break.
restart it. So hard stop, take 2. All right.
I don't know.
So
Sorry about
when-
that. I don't know what happened.
No worries.
When Shoop is on the beach, he's wearing a T-shirt for Diablo Valley College, and I just thought it was interesting that he didn't pick a UCLA because he played quarterback at UCLA and actually teaches a kid how to play football as one of his favors. Which, I mean, like, this kid is supposed to be a star high school athlete, and he doesn't know how to tackle by watching the guy's waist. I mean, it was pretty pitiful. But anyway, he wears Diablo Valley College, and I was asking Mark and Brian if that was a real college in Southern California.
Not in Southern California, no.
Yeah, that's the catch. It's not in Southern California, but it's a real college.
I believe when I was looking at like those fun facts, I think I came across that one, but I didn't bother to write it down. But I believe that's a suburb out of Oakland,
You're correct.
California.
You are correct, sir. Yeah, very good.
Good job, Joe. So, also the amusement park, I believe, from what I found in my readings, that he takes them to is Knott's Berry Farm.
Correct.
Yes.
And it features 2 rides that are no longer there.
Corkscrew?
Oh,
yeah.
Corkscrew's not there.
No, it got replaced by Boomerang in like '88.
And Boomerang's not even there anymore.
Oh, what did they replace Boomerang with? Sorry, John.
The surfing roller coaster. I can't remember what it's called.
I didn't like Boomerang. Corkscrew
Hang
was
Timer or
awesome,
something like
which
that.
they rebuilt at another park. I don't know, and that's way off subject. But what's the other ride?
In the distance you can see the long big pole with the parachutes coming down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that one was gone too.
The parachutes are gone, but the Sky Tower is still there.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were attached to the Sky Tower, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the K stands for? Kill coin.
And ironic enough, this movie was the second one that Carl Reiner directed that we discussed tonight.
Yes.
Which is kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did Summer Rental and Summer School. And back to, well, Summer Rental was what, 85? Summer School was 87.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a working with kids kick, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I
I enjoy both of them extremely. My wife got stuck watching it with me today as I was taking notes. She had never seen this movie, and after the movie, she turned around and she's very critical of my '80s movies.
Yeah,
and I
she
hate
didn't
to
like
say
Back
it,
to the Future. We'll remind
she's
the audience.
she's usually right on much of her critique. Like some of the movies that I loved as a kid, I watch now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know. So like, she turned around, she goes, I really enjoyed that. Like she's like, I really, really enjoyed that. And I said,
great movie.
I said on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being a great movie, what would you rate it? She goes, at least an 8.
The Kelsey score.
Which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, me too.
That's good.
This one's very rewatchable too. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but it's, you know, you can watch it once a year and still laugh, I think. I mean, I guess.
This movie was the best out of all 3. It was the 32nd highest grossing movie of 1987 with a box office number of 35.6 million.
Wow.
It was just under Spaceballs at 31.
Wow. I can't believe Spaceballs was 31. I guess that built up over time. Maybe not just specific to that year.
No, it was specific to that box office number.
No, but I'm saying Spaceballs, basically the love for the movie Spaceballs probably ramped up over time.
True. The top 3 movies of 1987, and this goes to show you why this is probably one of the worst years in cinema.
Platoon.
No, Platoon was 86.
Oh, yeah.
3 Men and a Baby was number 1 that year. Fatal Attraction was number 2. And Beverly Hills Cop 2 was number 3.
Ooh.
Oh, what do you mean, ooh? Beverly Hills Cop 2?
No, it's a good movie. Should it be the number 3 movie of a year? No.
Get your clothes off and get in the pool. Get your clothes
Yeah,
off.
it's because number 1 was so good.
Yeah,
People were expecting it to be
right.
just as good.
Yeah, but it's because it was so good. And 3 Men and a Little Baby, while a good movie, both this and Summer School benefited from Cheers.
So
A lot of people went to see 3 Men and a Baby because of Ted Danson.
I'll give you a taste of the movies of 1987. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, you could see what
All right.
it was up against just for fun.
I haven't said bad movie yet, so.
Fourth highest was Good Morning Vietnam. 5 was Moonstruck.
Yeah.
6 was The Untouchables. 7 was The Secret of My Success.
Okay. Oh, I love that movie.
And you know what? It probably grossed so much because at that time, Michael J. Fox was probably...
That benefited from Family Ties, definitely.
Yeah,
And
on
Back to
top of the
Future.
world. Yeah. Stakeout was number 8.
Mhm.
Lethal Weapon was 9.
Really?
Wow.
The Witches of Eastwick 10.
Oh,
Is that the one with
Jack Nicholson,
Jack
right?
and Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
that
Ice
movie,
cream at the end?
I don't like that movie at all.
Nah.
I haven't seen it long enough to remember. It's been too long.
Dirty Dancing 11.
Oh, God.
Predator 12.
I'm surprised some of these are so far
Strap
down,
this
to
on
be
your
honest.
sore ass plane.
Throw Mama from the Train was 13.
Predator is one of the few movies that actually has 2 governors in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the few. It's got to be the only.
Jesse the Mind Ventura.
No. Running Man.
Who's in Running Man?
Both of
The
them.
same 2.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were going to give me some weird tidbit like Schwarzenegger did a movie with Ronald Reagan or something.
No, the same 2.
Okay.
Jesse and Arnold.
I'm surprised Throw Mama from the Train was so high at 13.
Billy Crystal was super popular then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And Anne Ramsey from Goonies.
Dragnet 14. 15 La Bamba. 16 RoboCop.
Richie!
17 Outrageous Fortune. I've never heard of that.
You never heard of that?
No, I don't know if I've ever.
I'm with Joe. I'm not sure.
I haven't heard of that
either.
Oh my gosh, that's a good movie.
Oh, Shelley Long and Bette Midler. How have I never heard of that movie?
Is that like
I don't
Family
know.
Enforcer?
Isn't it Dabney Coleman in that too?
I'm
thinking 9 to 5. I'm thinking 9 to 5.
Yeah, 9 to 5 was way before these movies. Broadcast news: The Living Daylights was 19.
Wow.
Oh, Bond would be that low.
Eddie Murphy Raw was 20.
I mean, it's a Living Daylights.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 21.
That's that low?
Yeah, 22 was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs re-release.
Wow. Disney's got a cash cow.
23 Full Metal Jacket.
Really?
Well, that's rated R, right? So
24 Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Oh my gosh.
25 Last Emperor. 26 Wall Street. 27 Mannequin.
Really?
Wall Street was 26th?
Yeah.
He wanted a freaking thing for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
you know what? Keep that in mind, though. Here's the thing: if they think that the Academy Award people are going to be up for Academy or the picture's going to be up for the Academy, it's a late release, so it may not have got released till November or December, and
so
then
it possibly made the bulk of its movie money in '88.
Or they'll put it back in the theaters at the last minute too. You know, they do that also.
I mean, some of these are really big movies to be that far down behind.
But you would also have to look at what month that they were released. Okay. Did they have enough time to make that money? Because if there was like an October, like Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm assuming was an October release,
right,
and it probably boomed for like those 2-3 months.
Now,
you know?
That's why it's more important to look at gross versus just annual. Okay.
Now wait a second. There is a lot of recognizable movies on this list. I mean, it is. Bad or good, there's a lot of schlock on 1987. So, where was I? Wall Street 26. I'll just try to run through them real quick. Mannequin 27. Roxanne 28. Blind Date 29. The Running Man 30.
Oh.
Spaceballs 31, Summer School 32, No Way Out was 33, the one with Kevin Costner. Like Father Like Son was 34. They must have been riding that Kirk Cameron wave. Adventures in Babysitting 35. Cinderella, another reissue. Disney must have wanted to re-release a lot of shit.
Disney must have needed some cash.
Batteries Not Included 37. The Lost Boys 38.
Oh man, that's great.
Can't Buy Me Love 39.
Oh, that's another great one.
A movie called Nuts was 40. The Princess Bride 41.
Wow.
Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise was 42. Harry and the Hendersons 43. Now these are all movies we've watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Police Academy 4 44. Overboard 45.
Wait, is that Miami Beach?
No, Citizens on Patrol.
Oh, okay.
Baby Boom 46. Inner Space 47.
Oh, I hated that movie.
Oh, I love Inner Space.
Yeah,
Tin
that's
Men.
a great movie.
Tin Men. Me and Mark like Tin Men.
I
48.
like Tin Men.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're
Fine
thinking.
Young
No,
Cannibals.
that's not 87. 10 Men. You're thinking of Pushing 10.
No, Tin Men with Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito.
Oh,
where they're
yeah.
Cadillac.
No, they're selling
and
siding
Fine
and
Young
talking about their
Cannibals.
Cadillac the whole movie.
Yeah, they're all buying Cadillacs. And they're talking about
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Pushing 10 when you said that.
Black Snow 49. Ernest Goes to Camp 50. Raising Arizona 51.
Wow.
My brother liked that movie. I don't think I ever saw it.
You never saw Raised in Arizona?
don't
That's a
think
good
so.
movie. I like that. It's cute.
Are there any movies left? I didn't think 50 movies
Well-
came out in 1987.
You know what? Then we're getting into some like real like low level shit like Project X 61, Born in East LA 64, Superman 4 69,
Ooh.
Creepshow 2 75, Hellraiser 72. You know, just a lot of bullshit. Back to the Beach was 79.
Yeah.
Less Than Zero was 82. Nobody went to go see that
I like
movie.
that.
Yeah, but nobody went to see it. Disorderlies were 86.
That's a dumb movie, but that makes me laugh.
Teen Wolf 2 was 93rd. Who's That Girl 97.
That's a good movie too.
Made to Order with Ali Sheedy was like 89. I mean, there's some movies on here that were just like, come on.
Right.
What were they doing?
What was the name of the tiger and Who's That Girl? Murray.
I can't remember, honestly. I got to watch that again. Evil Dead 2 was 102.
It belongs to 102.
Leonard Part 6, 112.
Oh, man. The hot dogs.
Hot Pursuit with John Cusack was 119. Nobody saw that one.
Nobody's still seen that one.
Neither have I.
Monster Squad was 124. 3 O'Clock High, which I like, is 126. Yeah, this just gets really bad. And then, yeah, it just gets to no man's
It's
land.
actually not a terrible year, but there's a lot of good movies low. You know, and
I wonder when they were released.
yeah, I'm
That's
sure
all
you're
I
right.
can
I'm
say.
sure it's a calendar thing because there's you know there's no way on some of those, but
I think a lot of those top movies are like movies that were like the actors were like riding a wave from previous movies.
you're right. Yeah.
You know? And they were just capitalizing on stardom.
Well, that's Who's That Girl is just purely Madonna.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to ride the Madonna, getting Madonna into acting.
Yes.
But I mean, like, Secret of My Success has no business being 7.
Right.
You know? It's just
it was
that.
a box office draw. Yeah. What you say? 3 Men and a 3 Men and a Baby was 1, right?
Right.
I mean, it was funny, but I mean, I think people showed up to see Ted Danson. I mean, that was the
Well, it
number one
wasn't
show
just
on
Ted
TV.
Danson. It wasn't just Ted Danson. It was Ted Danson and Magnum PI.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I don't know where Magnum PI was, but 87 Cheers had to be the number one show on TV. I'm sure Magnum PI was in the top 10, right?
Yeah, and Steve Guttenberg was, like, untouchable. He was awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
And then there was that ghost baby that was standing in the corner that everybody wanted to go see.
It was his cardboard cutout. Come on. The production budget for that movie was $11 million, and it grossed $167 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the power of the Selleck mustache.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just get a mustache.
So, yeah, so 87 was just an insane year for movies, but also probably the 1 year we all recognized the most growing up. You know, it seemed like those movies impacted us a lot more than any other year.
Well, I think if you look at 87, 88, and 89, you're probably going to have a very similar...
I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, off the top of my head, I can think of a lot of movies in 89. So, you know...
But we can't. We could go into the 90s, and you could probably have a good guess of what movies won Oscars. You could go into the early 80s or even the 70s, 72, 74, 75, rattle off what movies won those Oscars. 87, I would guess Platoon for what body of work was 86.
It's so funny because like looking at the whole Oscars run throughout time, it seems like I agree to who won Best Picture up until the point where I started getting older, and then like all throughout the 90s or like the mid to late 90s and all of the 2000s, I disagreed with most of the movies that won Best Picture.
But
I can't argue with the ones from the 70s and the 80s. I'm sorry.
Right. No, I agree. But here you go. 1987, because Platoon I said was 86. 87 was The Last Emperor. It beat out Broadcast News, Fatal Attraction, Hope and Glory, Moonstruck. In 1988 was Rain Man.
I agree with all that. I agree with all that, though, by the way, first.
Yeah. Rain Man won in 88, beat out The Accidental Tourist, Dangerous Liaisons, Mississippi Burning, and Working Girl.
I would give Mississippi Burning that Oscar, to be honest with you. I really thought that one was awesome.
I don't know. I liked Rain Man. I'd give it to Rain Man. So 89, Driving Miss Daisy won. It beat out Born on the 4th of July, Dead Poet Society, Field of Dreams, and My Left Foot.
I agree with
I don't know on that one. I might have gone Field of Dreams if I was voting.
No, I don't know if that's Best Picture.
I don't know. I mean, I thought Driving Miss Daisy, like, good movie. Don't get me wrong, but Best Picture, I don't know. I like the feelings I got from Field of Dreams better. I guess I don't know.
I think Driving Miss Daisy probably won for the story it was telling.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to... The subject matter was much stronger than a guy plowing down his cornfield for magical ghosts.
Yeah.
So...
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. However, if I were picking a best movie
over whatever was 87, is that why you take Mississippi Burning?
I really enjoy Mississippi Burning. I watch that a lot. I mean, I love Rain Man too, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you had to like list all of those movies, like, that seems like Mississippi Burning would stand out a lot more.
So I'll go this with you.
I mean, I agree Dustin Hoffman wins that Oscar, but I just feel like the movie itself.
Rain Man itself, the last half hour made the movie. Like, once they went to Vegas, I loved it. Leading up to it, it was an okay film. Vegas made it for me. So I could see if Mississippi Burning won, I would not be upset about it because the full movie was a great movie. Rain Man, though, it tipped it over the edge towards the end. And Dustin Hoffman was amazing.
I think we got some episode potential here if we hit a few years and discuss the nominees and who should have won and not won.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I agree.
I think we got an episode here.
Because looking back at some of the earlier years, we could do a whole episode on 81.
We could argue this. I mean,
because 81 I completely disagree with, and I will.
Was Kramer versus Kramer?
No, that was in the 70s. I want to say that was 79. Yeah, that's 79. And it beat out Apocalypse Now, so too bad that's not a Reagan year, because I would love to argue that.
Was it Ishtar? Was it? Tell me Ishtar won, swept the board. That's a horrible movie, by the way. I'm sorry you didn't get. I'm sorry you didn't get that reference, but Ishtar is one of the worst movies ever.
The 70s were incredible for Oscar.
Oh yeah, they were.
All right, guys, let me interrupt real quick because we are running long and we're way off subject. So
yeah,
let's end this episode here and return next week for. We're gonna do Crocodile Dundee next week. Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, let's do the Crocodile Dundee.
All right, is 2 also in the 80s, or did that come out in 90 or 91?
I think they both were.
Both were 80s? Okay, well, if both Crocodile Dundee... Well, I think there's actually 3 now, but...
Yeah, there is, but I think it came out like 93.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, okay. So, possibly the first 2 Crocodile Dundee movies.
Crocodile Dundee 2.
Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. Brian's going to come over to my house and at least watch the first one.
Ooh.
And, yeah. All right, so Crocodile Dundee next week. Please come back.
Whoa.